Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, just letting you know that this video contains scenes that may not be suitable for people who suffer from epilepsy. Keep this in mind as you watch this video. And now, on with the conspiracies! Welcome back folks to Let's Replay Deus Ex. Last we left off, we now have the schematics we need to fix the UC at X51. But what's this? Bob Page appears to be in this communicator, or a hologram of him, waiting patiently for us to walk over and have a conversation. We could go over and have a chat, but you know what? I don't feel like talking to him. The last time he spoke to us, he was very angry, and I don't have time for that kind of attitude. We're gonna go this way instead.
Step over to the communicator. I have something to say.
Oh, if you're going to ask nicely, I suppose I can humor you. What do you have to say, Bob?
In case you were wondering, Helios intercepted your transmission. We accessed the Ocean Lab computers ourselves, which means our UCs will be operational shortly.
Meanwhile, we will be manufacturing a cure to the virus.
A cure? A cure? Do you have any idea how easy it will be for me to make a new virus? All I have to do is find a very large prime number and multiply.
And all we have to do is crack the code.
Mathematically unlikely, as are your chances of leaving the Ocean Lab, by the way.
Your next page. Your greatest strength was secrecy. But now we know everything, including your present location.
Always the optimist. You would need an army to attack me at Area 51, and pretty soon, if the missile is accurate, your X-51 will be a thin, gray smudge where Vandenberg used to be.
That is a pretty neat piece of music that plays when you speak with Bob Page. You don't get to hear that one very often. I do have one question though, Bob. Why did you tell me all that information? Why did you confirm that you're currently in Area 51? Why did you tell us that you're going to get your UCs active soon and that you're planning on making a new virus? And why did you tell us that you're going to be launching a missile at X51 to destroy Gary Savage and his scientists and the UC that he's working on? Why did you give us all of this information? You could have just kept quiet. We didn't know 100% that you were in Area 51. I think JC is about 99.9997% sure, but there is that tiny percentage that makes him think that he could very well be wrong. But no, you just went, well, I'm totally in Area 51, and by the way, I'm totally launching a surprise missile attack. You did that because you're pretty sure that we're not going to get out of the undersea lab alive. But guess what, Bob? We can still use our info link to communicate with Gary Savage and warn him of the missile strike. That was foolish. All of that was foolish. And you did it all because you are angry. You're angry that we may be able to stop your scheme and prevail. You let your rage get the better of you. And that's to our benefit. He is right, however, about the threat of a new virus. Just use a really large prime number, multiply it, and then manufacture something equally horrendous. Now, we're going to walk through that. It doesn't matter that we've gone through that and activated the spider bots, because we're never coming back here. And we're leaving that gas grenade where it is. We don't need that. Now, let's just make our way back up. We've defeated all the enemies. I'm sure we'll be fine.
We picked up the submarine approaching the URV bay. It could be an ambush. Hurry!
Oh, the one that was being worked on. I wonder who's in it.
You ended up working for us anyway. How ironic.
That's who's in it. Walton Simons. He's come to get us. He did warn us that the next time we fought someone, it would be someone of relatively equal skill. And he wasn't joking.
Remember that NSF gentleman I had to dispatch back at UNATCO headquarters? Guess you were bitten by the same bug. There's only one cure, you know, once you have the disease.
That's dialogue that I don't think you get if you didn't watch him do that interrogation. Walton Simons is beyond this door, by the way, and he is going to try and kill us, and he is a really tricky foe. He has the same types of augmentations that we do, not exactly the same ones, he has some very different ones, and he's also armed with a plasma rifle. That will kill us very quickly. But I have a plan that will negate all of his offensive capabilities, and it's a very simple one. He's over to the right, and we could just run away from him, like I did last time, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna face him here and deal with him here.
If you recall our chat in the break room at UNATCO, you know that I have the same augmentation technology as you.
Then this will be a good fight?
With the exception that I have a newer version of the firmware.
Need to act quickly and close the distance. And that's it. Walton Simons is really strong, but his plasma rifle is a really powerful weapon that deals splash damage when you attack someone up close. Walton Simons doesn't like using the plasma rifle when you're right next to him, and he'll keep trying to back up to find a place to fire. And that's how you get him. Close the distance and finish him off in melee, and you have the perfect melee weapon for that. And if you're wondering where these baby Karkians came from, they came from behind this vehicle. They were just there, waiting for something to happen, and that gives you a hint as to another way that you can deal with Walton Simons. By the way, the flies have really set in quickly. They don't waste time. You could decide not to attack the adult Karkian in the area with the key, and leave it there so that it will attack Walton Simons when he spawns in, because the Karkians are aggressive to us and Walton. And he's not very good at dealing with the Karkians because, again, he doesn't like using the plasma rifle up close. He did use it relatively close to us, but that was because we were closing the distance. And so, if you want a good way to deal with him very effectively, just hit him in the face a few times. With the amount of damage I deal with the Dragon's Tooth Sword, I could have done it with one swing if I was very lucky. That's how powerful this weapon is with advanced skill. And you said that you'd be a challenge to us, Walton. Nobody is a challenge to JC. No one. With him gone, it's time to get out of here. There is something extra that you get if you decide to leave him alive, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm taking care of business as soon as I see it. We'll quickly go past here and head back into the flooded area. And here's this person that came with Walton Simons. I forgot that you were exactly there, but there's more than one of you about, so I'd better keep the sword ready. They have crossbows and lambs. It's the lambs you need to watch out for. Now we're heading back here, not so that we can open up this door. Opening up this door really isn't worth it. I believe there's just one medkit in there. It's to go this way, to this door that is hidden by shadow. In here is a box. The box contains a hazmat suit, not something we really need. And this opens up to the ocean floor. It's a good thing that we don't need to worry about the pressure of being so deep in the ocean, because that would crush us dead. Now we want to go this way. You can tell that there's something special there because there is a flickering light that reveals an area that you can go into. And we're going to activate the aqua lung so that we don't run out of oxygen. Here's one point in the game where having master swimming comes in handy, because you can do this quite quickly. We can slot into here.
The entire southern wing appears to be flooded. You won't be able to access most of it.
That we won't. But we can get into here. And we got some skill points for getting into here. There are some bioelectric cells there. There are those skill points. I thought I got them earlier. Here is a nano key for the storage access. Remember that door that was locked with a 4 lockpick requirement? This is the key for it. I'm going to drop these quickly so that we can grab this weapon mod clip and put that on the sniper rifle. And then we'll grab this again. But we're not done with exploring the ocean depths. There is one more place that we can go. We can go over here and find this hatch that we can open from the outside. It's a good thing we can do that, because this gives us access to here. And what's here? There is a box of rockets. We don't actually need that. And a rebreather. And there's this door that's sealed. There's no opening that from the other side. Now let us make our way back to where we were before. We could just circumvent the rest of this facility by going in there, but we're not going to. Something happens if we enter that area from the way you're meant to. And lo, JC used the swimming skill. and it made doing that much faster and easier. Hooray! Now let's make our way back to the stairs. And we might as well use a bioelectric cell. Or two! Why not? Back up here. There we go. And we're going to ready the sword again because there is one more enemy that we're going to have to take care of. But first, time to use that key. Open up here and get no skill points for getting in here. There are quite a few things that you want to get before you go too far into this place, however, like this rebreather, and all these lockpicks and multi-tools. There's also a box of 12 gauge ammunition, a plasma clip, and a box of high explosive ammunition, as well as some assault rifle ammo, and some sniper rifle ammo. Now, we like seeing more sniper rifle ammo. And with that, we've pretty much got all that we want from here. Let's make our way back down and keep this sword handy, because there's you! Ha-ha! I didn't know if you were on this floor or downstairs, but now I don't need to worry about that, because you're gone.
The sub-bay doors are closed. You need to open them.
Now, how did these close, considering the fact that we swam past here and the doors were open? I can only imagine that that person there that we just took care of closed the doors, but it's an easy thing for us to open them. We just need to access this terminal and open them here. And then we'll be away. After, of course, the doors are fully open. I just locked the door. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't know if we can take either one of these. I'm going to see what happens if I take this one as opposed to that one. And away we go! Submarine engage! Engage water speed! Those turbines aren't spinning! You also don't hear that tune again, I don't think. Oh look, the mechanic's still here. Let's see how you're doing.
Go away!
Not surprisingly, the mechanic is quite annoyed with us.
They will get you. You can't get away.
I don't think they will. I don't think there are any more people here that are going to try and stop me.
Don't get me in trouble.
Don't worry, I won't. I'm just going to go. There's only one sub here now, confirming that Walton Simons took the sub that was under repair to come and get us. Walton Simons should have brought more people, but then again, that sub is rather small. Walton Simons should have also left some people here to make sure that we couldn't get out if we did manage to get past him. But again, he only brought a few people with him. Maybe he had to very quickly mobilize. That's quite likely. We're gonna go back here, back up this lift, and soon we will hear the familiar sound of Jock's helicopter. Can't hear it yet. We'll be able to soon, though. There are those robots stomping around. We're not going to be interacting with them. We've no reason to. We'll go this way. And now we can hear the helicopter. It's quiet, but it's there. We want to go up this ladder and find our way up to the roof. It's not that difficult to get to the roof from here. We go this way, and here it is. Roof access. We will open this door, and then we're going to save, because I want to show off something that you can do at this point in any version of the game that hasn't been patched with an unofficial patch. And that is this.
You made it.
How long until the UC is up?
Tonight, if the schematics are accurate. But we have another problem.
Page said he was launching a missile at Vandenberg.
Exactly. His troops occupied a silo to the north of here.
Has he made any demands?
The launch sequence has started. No demands. They want to wipe us out.
I'll have Jock get me there as quick as he can.
Good. Hey, thanks again for saving my daughter. I brought you something from the lab. A token of my appreciation.
Not necessary. I'm just glad she's all right.
Take it. You might want to upgrade your systems. Sooner or later, you'll have to face Bob Page.
Hold on. No room.
That augmentation upgrade canister that Gary's offering us is the reward for rescuing Tiffany. And did you notice that we just gained 500 skill points there? Guess what happens if we talk to him again?
I got it right here. It's an augmentation upgrade canister.
Hold on. No room.
here is a point where you can gain an unlimited amount of skill points. You can just keep talking to him as long as your inventory is full and you rescue Tiffany and get 500 skill points each time. Talk to him enough and you can upgrade every single skill that you have to master. This is something that was not patched out even in the final version of the Game of the Year edition of the game. Although it is very late in the game, so you're not going to get too much use out of those skills that are all at master. But I'm not going to be taking advantage of that. I'm going to be loading the game and only getting one allocation of 500 skill points. And we do that simply by dropping these EMP grenades.
You made it. Tonight,
Page has he made it?
the launch sequence, I'll have good. Hey, thanks again for saving my daughter. I brought you something from the lab. A token of my appreciation.
Not necessary. I'm just glad she's all right.
Take it. You might want to upgrade your systems. Sooner or later, you'll have to face Bob Page.
There's the augmentation upgrade canister. Now we're going to be using it on the one skill that we've been upgrading that isn't max, and that is microfibril muscle, which means that when we're using it, our strength is increased significantly. It'll be pretty useful. As for our skills, they are at 4,529, just enough to get Master in Low Tech. An agent can render most opponents unconscious or dead with a single blow. Marvelous. I've never got Master in Low Tech before, and look what it does. We now deal an extra 50% base damage with this weapon. We go from 100 to 150 damage, and our accuracy has increased by 25%, which is ridiculous. Now we need to find where I left. There they are, my EMP grenades. I might need them.
We'll take care of Tom. Don't worry.
Good to hear.
We should begin manufacturing the vaccine within the hour.
That's good, but Bob kind of has plans to make a more powerful virus.
Hurry. We don't have much time.
You keep saying that, but I know the game's event-driven. I have all the time I could ever need.
Go.
I'll go in a moment.
Go.
Okay, I'll go now. Fine. You're ruining all my fun, you know that, right? Let's go, Jock.
Let's go.
It's a good thing those robots aren't trying to shoot down this helicopter. Maybe they can't aim that high. Either way, it's a quick flyover to that missile silo. The penultimate area of the game.
The control room is underground. The security code we have is 8456, but that's an old piece of trivia from our days at Area 51. I doubt it still works on all of the doors.
It won't. We need to act quickly if we're going to avoid being detected. By taking out this person. And I thought I heard something being destroyed there. There are also these dogs that I have to deal with. 1, 2. We don't need to worry about them anymore. Now let's go around the edge of this facility and see if there's anything else that I can examine, like this building. Now we want to walk up to this very carefully and take care of you, because there is dialogue that we can have. You're gone, you're gone, and you're gone. You didn't even notice that the other dog fell. You're not a very observant guard dog, are you? Sneaking up very sneakily.
Why'd they change the codes? Howard Strong. They want his group to have exclusive access to the silo. Always trusting civilians. Look where that got us. Page knows what he's doing. My squad eliminated the dangerous employees. 2 words, New York City. I'm not standing up for Simons. He was careless.
So's Page. He hands over an entire operation to an opportunist like Howard Strong.
I would watch what I say about Bob Page.
First point, New York City is 3 words. Second point, we've never heard of Howard Strong until now. I hope Howard Strong doesn't end up being the replacement for Walton Simons. And so, when we come back, folks, we have this building that we're going to examine before we make our way into the silo proper. Perhaps there's a sneaky way we can use to get in. Otherwise, we'll just jump the wall and see how that does. Probably not very well. There are probably a lot of enemies in there. They're expecting us to come and stop them after all. all because they told us that this was happening. Bob, you really shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't focus on all the silly things Bob does. He does quite a lot of silly things. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.